DPWH, 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 DPWH. Ang maglingkod ng tapat, gantimpala'y karangalan, tunay na yaman gagalangin kailanman. Sa public works and highways, matibay ang samahan, budhi ang sandigan, laging maninindigan. Daan sa kaunlaran, lain sa kinabukasan, serbisyo ang tungkulin ko, trabaho ko, dangal ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, tapat at marunong pinagkakapuri ko. DPWH, Pilipino at marangal, taas noon naglilingkod. DPWH, buong pusong naglilingkod. DPWH, ipinagmamalaki kong paglingkuran ang Pilipino.
But before we will going to start the procurement proper, may I request Mia to lead us a short prayer.
Let us pray. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, thank you for every seat that has been filled here today as we gather for our bidding activity. We glorify you for all the blessings you have bestowed upon us. May you bless the hearts and minds of every member of the Bids and Awards Committee, Technical Working Group, BAC Secretariat, as well as the prospective bidders who are present here today and the viewers. Continue to cover us with your mantle of protection. All this we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, good morning once again, my dear friends and my companion in the government service. Since our chairman is not around, he is attending meeting. So the vice chairman will take over the procurement activities for today. Before we will start, may I request the BACSEC to do the roll call and to determine if we have a quorum or not.
Thank you, sir. Good morning to everyone. Okay, let us have the roll call of the attendance for this scheduled opening of bids for 9 civil work projects. Let's start with the Bids and Awards Committee. And in the absence of our chairperson, we have our vice chairperson, Engineer Rolando Torrida, and the members, Engineer Mario Natividad, Ma'am Emeline Orteza, and Engineer Julian Castro Jr. We have also the BAC Technical Working Group, Engineer Christine Hazel Onciano, Engineer Kevin Bunao, Engineer Wilkins Garcia, Engineer Flordan Fernando, Engineer Wilmalin Kulili, Engineer Gilmar Vega, and Ma'am Amelia Raksak. Let us also acknowledge one of the members of the Bids and Awards Committee. We have Engineer Jesalito Basig. From the BAC Secretariat, you have yours truly, Christian Ragirag, and the members, Michael Rebiado, Gilbert Concordia, Aisalab Oreña, Christine Sadam, and Carla May Espergal. Let us also acknowledge the presence of the representatives from our prospective bidders, First, from NC Rodriguez Construction, we have Engineer Nicasio Rodriguez. From Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, Ma'am Chona Bumagat. From TJMT Construction, Ma'am Maria Crisela Estrada. From Milestone 888 Construction Incorporated, Ma'am Irene Silvania. From Ramay Construction, Sir Alexis Pagayatan. Also from Ramay Construction, Sir Michael Tenedor. And we have also Mr. John Vicente from OCP Construction. Mr. Baltasar Angulwan from Matalag Construction. Fidel Tablit from Midas Construction, and Ms. Jessamy Suarez from PS Laongayan. So, Mr. Chair, with the presence of the majority of the members of the Bids and Awards Committee, we have a quorum.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Aguirre. So this morning, there are 9 civil works projects in all that are scheduled to open. So to start with, we will start with the first project with contract ID number 23BC0009. Ensure safe and reliable national road system, asset preservation, upgrading of damaged paved roads along tertiary roads in Cagayan Apayao Road to our Rizal section with kilometer 0 KO 538 plus 744 to KO 539 plus 488 and KO 543 plus 347 to KO 543 plus 901. So there are 2 sections involved in this project. Maybe you know from our backsec if how many interested bidders for this project.
Mr. Chair, as of 10 o'clock this morning, November 21, 2023, the scheduled deadline for the submission of bids. For 24BC0009, we have 3 interested bidders who submitted their bids manually. We have TJMT Construction, Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, and Dandex Construction. And no bid received via electronic submission, Mr. Chair. Technical proposal for contract ID 24BC0009 from TJMT Construction, submitted to you, Mr. Chair. And technical proposal from Flavi Civil Engineering Construction for contract ID 24BC0009.
For the technical proposal of Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, I request Engineer Natividad to evaluate the proposal.
And from our third participating bidder for contract 24BC0009, technical proposal from Dandex Construction.
For the technical proposal of Dandex Construction, may I request also Engineer Jeselito Basig to evaluate the proposal. So while waiting for the result, on the evaluation of the three prospective bidder, may we now proceed to the second project with contract ID number 24BC0010, ensure safe and reliable national road system network development program, construction of bypass and diversion roads in Alakapan Bypass Road, Alakapan, Cagayan. So may we know again from our back secretariat if how many interested bidder for this project?
Mr. Chair, for 24BC0010, there are 3 prospective bidders who dropped their proposal manually. We have JPO Builders Construction Supply, HHK Construction, and Ramay Construction. Again, no bid received via electronic submission, Mr. Chair. Technical proposal from Ramay Construction for contract ID 24BC0010.
For the technical component of Ramay Construction, may I request Engineer Flordan Fernando to evaluate their proposal.
And technical proposal from HHK Construction for contract ID 24BC0010.
For the technical proposal of HHK Construction, may I request Engineer Guruli to evaluate the proposal. Engineer?
Again, for contract ID 24BC0010, technical proposal from JPO Builders and Construction Supply.
For the technical proposal of JPO Builders and Construction Supply, may I also request Engineer Kevin Bunao to evaluate their proposal.
Mr. Chair, informing you that Dandex Construction attached all necessary documents and found to be and notarized and signed. Hence, for this contract, ID 24BC009 passed the initial examination on his technical documents.
Thank you. Engineer Basik.
Mr. Chair, as per a preliminary examination of the submitted technical documents of TGMT Construction, all the documents were updated and passed the evaluation.
Thank you. Engineer Castro.
Mr. Chair, the proposal of plumbing construction, no attached mayor's permit, tax clearance, and financial statement.
Sir, as long as he attached the PhilJEP's registration certificate annex. Yes. Yes. For the legal documents, PhilJEP's registration certificate is enough, sir.
Okay, may I request the BACSEC to process their electronics eligibility of these three prospective bidders for contract ID number 23BC 0009 24. While waiting for the result on the evaluation of the second project, may we now proceed to the third one with contract ID number 24BC0011. Ensure safe and reliable national road system network development program, construction of bypass and diversion roads, Claveria Diversion Road in Claveria, Cagayan. So may we know again from our BACSEC how many interested bidder for this project?
Mr. Chair, for 24BC 0011, we have 3 interested bidders who submitted their proposal via manual submission. We have OCP Construction, TJMT Construction, and Dandex Construction. No bid received via electronic submission, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, Ramai Construction passed the preliminary evaluation of its technical component for the contract 24BC 0010.
Also, Mr. Chair, for 24BC 0010, submitted by DPO Builders and Construction Supply, passed its preliminary evaluation on its technical proposal.
Also, Mr. Chair, HHK Construction under contract ID number 24BC010, the technical proposal passed the preliminary evaluation.
Thank you, Engineer Colili. May I request the BAC Secretariat to process their electronics eligibility of these 3 prospective bidders. So while waiting for the result on the evaluation of technical proposal of the third project, may we now proceed to the fourth project with contract ID number 24BC0013. Organizational outcome, ensure safe and reliable national road system, network development program, paving of unpaved roads, tertiary roads in junction Loga-Clasam, Loga-Putan Road with chainage 3045 to chainage 4738, located in Rizal, Cagayan. May we know from our BACSEC again if how many interested bidder for this project?
Mr. Chair, before we proceed with the fourth project, I have here now the technical proposals of the 3 participating bidders for contract 24BC0011 from Dandex Construction, TJMT Construction, and OCP Construction.
For the technical proposal of Dandex Construction, may I request Engineer Wilkins Garcia to evaluate their proposal. For TJMT Construction, may I request Engineer Onciano to evaluate their proposal. And for OCP Construction, may I request Nilmar to evaluate their proposal.
And Mr. Chair, for 24BC0013, we have 3 participating bidders. Submitted via manual submission, we have TJMT Construction, Dandex Construction, and Milestone 888 Construction Incorporated. Again, no bid received via electronic submission.
Okay, proceed to the opening of their technical proposal.
Technical proposal from TJMT Construction for contract ID 24BC0013.
May I request Engineer Castro to evaluate the technical proposal of TJMT Construction? Okay. Kuya, kuya. Kuya.
Again, for 24BC0013, technical proposal from the joint venture of Kata Builders and Supplies and Milestone 888 Incorporated. Joint venture pa rin, sir. And for our third bidder for 24BC0013, technical proposal from Dandex Construction.
Okay, for the technical proposal of Kata Builders and Supply, joint venture with Milestone 888 Construction Incorporated, may I request Engineer Flordan Fernando to evaluate their proposal? And for Dandex Construction, may I request again Engineer Colili to evaluate their proposal?
Mr. Chair, for contract ID number 24BC0011, the technical proposal submitted by TJMT Construction passed the initial evaluation.
Thank you. Engineer Ponciano?
Mr. Chair, also for the submitted technical proposal of Dandex Construction for contract ID 24BC011, Dandex Construction passed the preliminary examination.
Thank you. Engineer Garcia?
Mr. Chair, under contract ID 24BC0011, OCP Construction passed the preliminary evaluation.
Thank you, Nilmar. So may I request again the BACSEC to process the electronic eligibility for these three participating bidder. While waiting for the result and the evaluation of project 24BC 010013, may we now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 24BC 0024, Convergence and Special Support Program, Construction Improvement of Access Road leading to declared tourism destination, Tourism Road Infrastructure Program along Sanchez Mira Bayview Boulevard, including access road leading to beach resort in Sanchez Mira, Cagayan. May we know from our back secretariat if how many interested bidder for this project?
Mr. Chair, for 24BC 0024, we have 3 prospective bidders submitted their proposal manually. We have Ramay Construction, JPO Builders and Construction Supply, and Flavi Civil Engineering Construction. No bid received via electronic submission, Mr. Chair.
May we now proceed to the opening of their technical proposal.
Mr. Chair, the technical proposal submitted by TGNT Construction passed the preliminary evaluation for project number 24BC0013.
Thank you. Engineer Castro.
Mr. Chair, the technical proposal of Dandex Construction under contract ID number 24BC0013 passed the preliminary evaluation.
Mr. Chair, the technical proposal of Katha Builders and Milestone 888 Construction Incorporated joint venture passed the preliminary evaluation under the contract 24BC0013.
Mr. Chair, technical proposals from the 3 participating bidders for contract ID 24BC0024, from Ramay Construction, from Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, and from JPO Builders and Construction Supply.
For the technical proposal of Ramay Construction, may I request Engineer Natividad to evaluate their proposal. For Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, may I request Nilmar to evaluate their proposal. And for JPO Builders and Construction Supply, may I request Engineer Basik to evaluate also their proposal. So while waiting for the result and the evaluation for project 24BC0024, let's now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 24BC0029, Convergence and Special Support Program, Construction Improvement of Access Roads leading to trades, industries, and economic zones. Road leveraging linkages for industry and trade infrastructure program. In Kabatakan East, Barangay Road to Junction Loga Clasam, Gagabutan Road, connecting to Cacao Plantation and Processing, Kabatakan East, Lasam, Cagayan. So may we know from our back secretariat if how many interested bidder for this project?
For 24BC0029, we have 3 participating bidders. We have HHK Construction, Ramay Construction, and Dandex Construction. Again, no bid received via electronic submission, Mr. Chair.
We will now proceed in the opening of their technical proposal.
technical proposal from Ramay Construction for contract 23BC0029.
For the technical proposal of Procurement Construction, I request the evaluate the proposal.
And technical proposal for 24BC0029 from Dandex Construction.
Technical proposal of Dandex Construction, I request Engineer Kevin Luna to evaluate the proposal.
And technical proposal from HHK Construction for contract 24BC0029.
Mr. Chair, under contract ID number 24BC0024, Ramay Construction passed the preliminary evaluation of its technical proposal.
Thank you, Engineer Natividad.
Mr. Chair, under contract ID 24BC0024, Flabi Civil Engineering Construction did not attach mayor's permit and tax clearance, but he attached the PILJEP's registration. With this, Mr. Chair, Flabi Civil Engineering Construction passed the preliminary evaluation.
Thank you, Nilmar. So while waiting for the result of the other contractors, may we now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 24BC0030. Okay, proceed, Dilbasi.
Mr. Chair, informing you that JPO Builders passed the initial examination on his technical documents for contract ID 24BC0024.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Basik. May I request the BACSEC to process the electronic eligibility of these three prospective bidders for contract ID number 24BC0024. Let's now proceed to project with contract ID number 24BC0029, Convergence and Special Support Program, construction improvement of access roads leading to trades, industries, and economic zones. Roads leveraging linkages for industry and trade infrastructure program. In Kabatakan East, Barangay Road to Junction Logat, Lasam, Gagabutan Road, connecting to Cacao Plantation and tapos na ito? Ay, yung kon pala. Sorry.
Tapos na yan.
With contract ID number 24BC0030. Convergence and Special Support Program, construction improvement of access roads leading to trades, industries, and economic zones. Roads leveraging linkages for industries and Trade Infrastructure Program in Cagayan Apayao Road to Barangay Liwan, connecting Barangay Anungo and Arturo Road leading to Mango and Peanut Growers in Rizal, Cagayan. May we know from our backsec if how many interested bidder for this project?
Mr. Chair, for 24 BC 0030, we have 3 participating bidders. Submitted their proposal manually. We have Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, Matalag Construction, and Dandex Construction. Again, no bid received via electronic submission, Mr. Chair.
We will now proceed to the opening of their technical proposal.
Mr. Chair, for contract ID 24BC0029 submitted by Dandex Construction, passed the preliminary examination on its technical proposal.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, the same for the submitted technical proposal of Ramai Construction for contract ID 24BC0029. Ramai Construction passed the preliminary examination.
Thank you, Wilkins.
Mr. Chair, the submitted technical proposal by HHK Construction passed the initial evaluation for contract ID number 24BC0029.
Thank you, Hazel. May I request again the BACSEC to process their electronic eligibility for these 3 prospective bidders for 24BC0029.
And Mr. Chair, I have here the technical proposals of the 3 participating bidders for contract 24BC0030. Technical proposal from Dandex Construction, from Matalag Construction, and from Flavi Civil Engineering Construction.
For the technical proposal of Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, may I request Engineer Castro to evaluate their proposal. For Matalag Construction, may I request Engineer Natividad to evaluate also the proposal. And for Dandex Construction, may I request again Engineer Jeselito Basig to evaluate their proposal. So while waiting again for the result of the 3 prospective bidders, we will now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 24BC0033, Convergence and Special Support Program, Construction, Improvement of Access Roads leading to trade, industries, and economic zones. Roads leveraging linkages for industry and trade infrastructure program. In Gancha Barangay Road leading to Junction Ayaga, Abulug to Ballesteros to Apari Road connecting to aquatic resources, coconut plantation and livestock in Alinuno, Abulug, Cagayan. May we know from our BACSEC if how many interested bidder for this project?
Mr. Chair, for 24BC0033, we have 3 participating bidders. We have NC Rodriguez Construction, Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, and Dandex Construction. And no bid received via electronic submission.
Proceed to the opening of their technical proposal.
Mr. Chair, informing you that Dandex Construction attached pertinent documents and signed. Hence, he passed the initial examination on his technical documents.
Mr. Chair, technical proposals from the three participating bidders for contract 24BC 0033 from Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, Dandex Construction, and NC Rodriguez Construction.
For the technical proposal of Dandex Construction, may I request Engineer Flor Dan Fernando to evaluate the proposal. And also with Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, may I request also Engineer Bunao to evaluate the proposal. And for NC Rodriguez Construction, may I request Engineer Kulili to evaluate also the proposal. So while waiting for the result of the other interested bidder, may we now proceed to the next but not the least project with contract ID number 24BC0042, Convergence and Spatial Support Program, construction improvement of access roads leading to trade, industries, and economic zones. Roads leveraging linkages for industry and trade infrastructure program in Santa Filomena, Tulangay Barangay Road, leading to Junction Ayaga in support of agribusiness in Banyan and Santa Filomena, Abulug, Cagayan. So may we know from our BACSEC if how many interested bidders for this project?
Mr. Chair, for 24BC 0042, there are three prospective bidders who purchased the bidding documents, but only two bidders submitted a proposal via manual submission. We have VS Laungayan Hardware and Construction Supply and JK Builders. Midas Construction submitted a letter of withdrawal from participation in the bidding. And no bid received via electronic submission, Mr. Chair.
We proceed to the opening of their technical proposal.
Midas.
Okay, proceed, Engineer Paz.
Technical proposal from JK Builders for contract 23BC 0042.
For the technical proposal of JK Builders for project 24BC 0042, may I request Engineer Wilkin Garcia to evaluate their proposal.
And for the second bidder for 24BC 0042, technical proposal from VS Laungayan Hardware and Construction Supply.
May I request also Engineer Onciano to evaluate the technical proposal of PS Laungayan Hardware and Construction Supply.
Mr. Chair, under contract ID number 24BC0030, Matalag Construction passed the preliminary evaluation of his technical proposal.
Thank you. Engineer Natividad.
Mr. Chair,
Also with flood engineering, civil engineering construction, flood civil engineering construction passed the preliminary evaluation of its technical documents for contract ID number 24BC 0030.
May I request again the technical, the BACSEC to process the electronics eligibility of the three bidders for contract ID number 24BC 0030.
Mr. Chair, Dandex Construction passed the preliminary evaluation of the technical proposal under contract 24BC 0033.
Mr. Chair, the technical documents of NC Rodriguez Construction under contract ID number 24BC 0033 passed the initial evaluation.
Also, Mr. Chair, for contract ID 24BC 0033 submitted by Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, passed its preliminary evaluation on its technical proposal.
Mr. Chair, for contract ID number 24BC 0042, the submitted technical proposal of VS Laungayan Hardware and Construction Supply passed the initial evaluation.
Thank you. Engineer Luciano.
Mr. Chair, under contract 24BC 0042 also, JICA Builders submitted technical proposal, passed the preliminary examination.
Thank you, Engineer Garcia. So that ends the opening of their technical proposal for the 9 civil works projects. And if there are already processed electronics eligibility, may we now proceed to the opening of their financial component. So may we know from our BACSEC the result of the electronics eligibility for the first project with contract ID number 24BC0009.
Mr. Chair, here is the result of the electronic eligibility screening in the DPWH civil work application for contract ID 24BC0009 with the three participating bidders, Dandex Construction, TJMT Construction, and Flavi Civil Engineering Construction. For their legal aspects, and based on their submitted PhilJEPS registration certificate, Annex A of their legal documents, the three participating bidders have valid and updated legal documents. But for Dandex Construction, needs to update his BIR tax clearance certificate and PhilJEPS registration certificate in the registry of the civil work application. And for their technical and financial aspects on the category roads construction PCCP, with an ABC of 42,463,400 pesos. Dandex Construction, again, needs to update the pickup license and pickup registration in the registry of the civil work application and pass the required work experience with SLCC and pass the required NFCC. For TJMT Construction, pickup license and pickup registration valid, pass the required work experience with SLCC and pass the required NFCC. And for Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, pickup license and pickup registration category does not match to the contract profile. Failed also in the work experience. However, Flavi Civil Engineering Construction is ineligible for this contract. Only Dandex Construction and TJMT Construction are eligible for this contract, Mr. Chair.
Going to open only 2 bidders for this project. Flavi Civil Engineering Construction is ineligible. Dandex and TJMT lang.
Mr. Chair, financial proposals from the 2 eligible bidders for contract ID 24BC0009 from Dandex Construction and from TJMT Construction.
For the financial component of TJMT Construction, may I request Engineer Wilkins Garcia to evaluate their financial component? And also with Dandex Construction, may I request also Engineer Gulia to evaluate their financial component and to read their bids for this project. So while waiting for the result of the financial components of these 2 prospective bidders, may we now proceed to the second project with contract ID number 24BC0010. May we know the result on the process of their electronics eligibility of the 3 prospective bidders for this project.
Electronics eligibility screening in the DPWH civil work application for contract 24BC0010 with the 3 participating bidders, JPO Builders and Construction Supply, HHK Construction, and Ramay Construction. For their legal aspects, based also in their submitted PhilJEPS registration certificate in their technical proposal, and based on the registry of the civil work application, all the legal documents of the 3 participating bidders are valid and updated. And for their technical and financial aspects, on the 2 categories, 1, roads construction PCCP, and 2, roads construction slope protection using structural measures, with an ABC of 14,700,000 pesos only. JPO Builders and Construction Supply has a valid pickup license and pickup registration, passed the required work experience with SLCC, and due to pickup license category size range small b, also passed the required NFCC. For HHK Construction, pickup license and pickup registration valid, passed the work experience for roads PCCP with SLCC, and passed the experience for roads construction slope protection due to pickup license size range small b, and passed the required NFCC. And for Ramay Construction, pickup license and pickup registration valid, passed the work experience due to pickup license size range small b, and passed the required NFCC. With this, Mr. Chair, the 3 participating bidders are eligible for this contract.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Ragirat. We will now proceed on the opening of their financial component.
Mr. Chair, for the financial proposal of Dandex Construction, he passed the preliminary evaluation.
Mr. Chair, the same for the submitted financial documents of TGMT Construction for contract ID 24BC0009. TGMT Construction passed the preliminary examination.
To abstract 24BC0009, the contract name, organizational outcome 1, ensure safe and reliable national road system, asset preservation program, rehabilitation, construction, upgrading of damaged paved roads, tertiary roads, Cagayan Apayao Road, Tuao Rizal section, K0538 plus 744 to K0539 plus 488, K0543 plus 347 to K0543 plus 901, with an ABC of 42,463,400 pesos and a calendar days of 218. For the first bidder, Dandex Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Maisel U. Donaire, dated November 14, 2023, with a total bid amount of 41,863,713 pesos and 32 centavos. No discount offered, and promised to finish the project for 218 calendar days.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Gurria.
Dandex Construction. The total amount of bid is 41,863,713 pesos and 32 centavos.
For
For our second bidder, Mr. Chair, TJMT Construction submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Glenn Barasi Bungkad, dated November 20, 2023. And TJMT Construction submitted a total bid amount of 41,666,185 pesos and 5 centavos only. No discount offered for a contract duration of 218 calendar days. That's all, Mr. Chair.
So the winning bidder
Bungkad.
for this project
Bungkad.
is TJMT Construction with a bid amount of 41,666,185 pesos and 5 centavos only. And it is subject for post-qualification to the technical working group.
Mr. Chair, financial proposals from the three eligible bidders for contract ID 24BC0010. Financial proposal from JPO Builders and Construction Supply, from Ramite Construction, and from HHK Construction.
For the financial component of HHK Construction and Ramite Construction, I request Engineer Martian Gulia to evaluate their financial component. And for JPO Builders and Construction Supply, may I request Engineer Wilkins Garcia to evaluate also their financial component. So while waiting for the result on their financial evaluation of the three prospective bidders, may we now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 24BC0013. May we know from our BACSEC the result of their electronic eligibility of the three prospective bidders.
Result of electronic eligibility screening in the DPWH civil work application for the contract 24BC0013 with the three participating bidders, joint venture of Kata Builders and Supplies and Milestone 888 Construction Incorporated, Dandex Construction, and TJMT Construction. As to legal aspects, and based on the annex of the PhilJEP's registration certificate, they have all valid and legal documents. However, for Dandex Construction, needs to update the BIR tax clearance certificate and PhilJEP's registration certificate in the civil work registry of the civil work application. And for their technical and financial aspects on the category Roads Construction PCCP with an ABC of 46,060,000 pesos, the joint venture of Kata Builders and Supplies and Milestone 888 Construction Incorporated has a valid pickup license and pickup registration, passed the required work experience with SLCC, and pass the required NFCC. For Dandex Construction, pickup license and pickup registration are valid, however, needs to update the pickup license in the registry of the CWA. Work experience pass with SLCC and NFCC pass. For TJMT Construction, pickup license and pickup registration valid. Work experience pass with SLCC and the required NFCC also pass. With this, Mr. Chair, subject for unlocking and updating in the civil work application, the three participating bidders are eligible for this contract.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Ragirat. We will abstract first the financial component of 24 BC 0010.
Mr. Chair, the submitted financial proposals of Ramay Construction and HHK Construction passed the initial evaluation.
Okay, proceed.
Mr. Chair, the same for the submitted financial proposal of JPO Builders for contract ID 24BC 0010. JPO Builders and Construction Supply passed the preliminary examination.
To abstract 24BC 0010, the contract name, Ensure Safe and Reliable National Road System Network Development Program, Construction of Bypass and Diversion Roads, Alakapan Bypass Road, Cagayan. The approved budget for the contract is 14,700,000 pesos only, with 140 calendar days duration. First bidder, HHK Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Mia Katrina U. Ugale on November 17, 2023. And HHK Construction submitted a total bid amount of 14,326,734 pesos and 70 centavos. No discount offered, with a contract duration of 140 calendar days. Next bidder, Ramay Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Sheila Marie R. Rivera Agtang, dated November 20, 2023. And Ramay Construction submitted a total bid amount of 14,455,184 pesos and 48 centavos. No discount offered, and promised to finish the project for 140 calendar days.
For our third bidder, Mr. Chair, JPO Builders and Construction Supply submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Adela S. Guillermo Soriano, dated November 20, 2023. And JPO Builders and Construction Supply submitted a total bid amount of 14,516,021 pesos and 93 centavos only. No discount offered, for a contract duration of 140 calendar days. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Garcia. So the lowest bidder for this project is HHK Construction with a total bid of 14,326,734 pesos and 70 centavos. And it is subject for post-qualification of the technical working group. Let's now proceed on contract ID number 24BC 0013.
Mr. Chair, financial proposal from TJMT Construction for contract 24BC 0013. Financial proposal from the joint venture of Kata Builders and Supplies and Milestone 888 Construction Incorporated. And financial proposal from Dandex Construction for contract 24BC 0013.
For the financial component of Kata Builders and Supply, joint venture with Milestone 888 Construction Incorporated. This is a joint venture. May I request Engineer Wilkins Garcia to evaluate their financial component? And for TJMT Construction and Dandex Construction, may I request again Engineer Marjan Gulia to evaluate also their financial component? So, while waiting for the evaluation on the financial component of the three prospective bidders, we will now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 24BC0024. May we know from our back secretariat if the result of their electronic eligibility for the three prospective bidders for this project?
Electronic eligibility screening in the civil work application for contract ID 24BC0024 with the three participating bidders, JPO Builders and Construction Supply, Ramay Construction, and Flavi Civil Engineering Construction. For their legal aspects, based on the submitted PhilJEP's registration certificate, Annex A, and based on the registry of the civil work application, all the legal documents of the three participating bidders are valid and updated. And for the technical and financial aspects, on the category Roads Construction PCCP, with an ABC of 17,150,000 pesos. JPO Builders and Construction Supply has a valid pickup license and pickup registration, passed the required work experience with SLCC, and passed the required NFCC. For Ramay Construction, pickup license and pickup registration are valid, passed the work experience due to pickup license size range small b, and passed the NFCC. Flavi Civil Engineering Construction has a valid pickup license and pickup registration, passed the work experience with pickup license size range small b, and passed the NFCC. Mr. Chair, the three participating bidders are eligible for this contract.
Okay, thank you, General Girard. We will abstract first the three prospective bidders for 24BC 0013.
Mr. Chair, the financial proposals submitted by the two contractors, TJMT Construction and Dandex Construction, passed the preliminary evaluation.
Mr. Chair, for our third bidder for contract ID 24BC0013, the submitted financial proposal of Kata Builders and Supplies, joint venture Milestone 888 Construction, INC, passed the preliminary examination.
And to abstract 24BC0013, the contract name is Organizational Outcome 1, Ensure Safe and Reliable National Road System, Network Development Program, Paving of Unpaved Roads. Tertiary roads, Junction, Logac, Lasam, Gagabutan Road. Chainage 3045 to Chainage 4738. With an approved budget for the contract of 46,060,000 pesos and a contract duration of 148 calendar days. The first bidder, TJMT Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Glenn Barasi Bungkad, dated November 20, 2023. And TJMT Construction submitted a total amount of 45,171,480 pesos and 55 centavos. No discount offered, with a contract duration of 148 calendar days. Next bidder, Dandex Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Maisel U. Donaire,
dated November 14, 2023. And Dandex Construction submitted a total bid amount of 45,524,811 pesos and 80 centavos. No discount offered, and promise to finish the project for 148 calendar days. That's all.
And Mr. Chair, for our third bidder, Kata Builders and Supplies, Joint Venture Milestone 888 Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Randolph C. Castillo, dated November 20, 2023. And Kata Builders and Supplies, Joint Venture Milestone 888 Construction, submitted a total bid amount of 44,898,802 pesos and 12 centavos. No discount offered, for a contract duration of 148 calendar days.
Thank you, Engineer Julia and Engineer Garcia. So the lowest bidder for this project is Milestone 888 joint venture with Kata Builders and Supply with a bid amount of 44,898,802 pesos and 12 centavos. And it is subject for post-qualification of the technical working group. Okay, we will proceed to contract ID number 24BC0024.
Mr. Chair, financial proposals from the three eligible bidders for contract 24BC0024. From JPO Builders and Construction Supply, from Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, and from Ramay Construction.
Flavi APO. For the financial component of APO Builders and Construction Supply and Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, may I request Engineer Wilkins Garcia to evaluate their financial component. And for Ramay Construction, may I request Engineer Marjan Gulia to evaluate also their financial component. So while waiting for the result and the evaluation of their financial component, may we now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 24BC0029. May we know the result of their electronic eligibility of the three prospective bidders for this project.
Electronic eligibility screening in the DPWH civil work application for 24BC0029 with the three participating bidders, Dandex Construction, HHK Construction, and Ramay Construction. And as to their legal aspects, and based on the Annex A of their PhilJEPS registration certificate, all the participating bidders have valid and updated legal documents. But for the registry of the civil work application, Dandex Construction needs to update the BIR tax clearance certificate and PhilJEPS registration certificate. And as to their technical and financial aspects, on the category roads construction PCCP, with an ABC of 20,580,000 pesos, again, for Dandex Construction, based on the PhilJEPS registration certificate, has a valid pickup license, however, needs to update the registry of the civil work application, and has a valid pickup registration, passed the required work experience with SLCC, and passed the required NFCC. HHK Construction, pickup license and pickup registration valid, work experience with SLCC, pass, and NFCC, pass. For Ramay Construction, pickup license and pickup registration are valid. Pass the work experience due to pickup license size range small b, and pass the required NFCC. With this, Mr. Chair, again, subject for unlocking and updating in the civil work application for Dandex Construction, the 3 participating bidders are eligible for this contract.
Mr. Chair, the financial proposal submitted by Ramay Construction passed the preliminary evaluation.
Mr. Chair, for the financial proposal submitted by JPO Builders and Construction Supply, passed the preliminary examination. Also with the financial proposal of Flabi Civil Engineering Construction, also passed the preliminary examination.
And to abstract, contract ID 24BC0024, the contract name is Convergence and Special Support Program, Construction Improvement of Access Roads Leading to Declared Tourism Destinations, Sanchez Mira Bayview Boulevard, including access road leading to beach resorts, Sanchez Mira, Cagayan. The approved budget for the contract is 17,150,000 pesos and a contract duration of 155 calendar days. First bidder, Ramay Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Sheila Marie R. Rivera Agtang, dated November 20, 2023, and Ramay Construction submitted a total bid amount of 16,763,830 pesos and 32 centavos. No discount offered, with contract duration of 155 calendar days.
Mr. Chair, for our second bidder, JPO Builders and Construction Supply, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Nia Katrina Yu Ogale, dated November 16, 2023. And JPO Builders and Construction Supply submitted a total bid amount of 16,881,902 pesos and 78 centavos. No discount offered, for a contract duration of 155 calendar days. And for our third bidder, Flabi Civil Engineering Construction submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Adela S. Guillermo Soriano, dated November 16, 2023. And Flabi Civil Engineering Construction submitted a total bid amount of 16,830,056 pesos and 31 centavos only. No discount offered, for a contract duration of 155 calendar days. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Garcia and Engineer Culia. So the lowest bidder for this project is Ramay Construction with a bid amount of 16,763,830 pesos and 32 centavos only. And it is subject for post-qualification of the technical working group. So let's proceed now to the opening of financial component of 24BC 0029.
Mr. Chair, financial proposals from the 3 eligible bidders for contract ID 24BC 0029 from HHK Construction, from Ramay Construction, and from Dandex Construction.
For the financial component of Ramay Construction and HHK Construction, may I request Engineer Gulia to evaluate the financial component. And for the Dandex Construction, may I request again Engineer Wilkins Garcia to evaluate their financial component. Again, while waiting for the result of the financial component of the three prospective bidders, we will now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 24BC0030. May we know again from our BACSEC the result of the electronics eligibility of the three prospective bidders for this project.
Electronic eligibility screening in the civil work application for contract 24BC0030 with the three participating bidders, Dandex Construction, Matalag Construction, and Flavi Civil Engineering Construction. On their legal aspects, and based on the registry of the civil work application, and based on the attached PhilJEPS registration certificate, Annex A, the three participating bidders have valid and updated legal documents. For their technical and financial aspects on the category Roads Construction PCCP, with an ABC of 6,860,000 pesos. For Dandex Construction, needs to update the pickup license in the registry of the civil work application. However, he has a valid pickup registration, passed the work experience with SLCC, and passed the required NFCC. For Matalag Construction, pickup license and pickup registration are valid, passed the required work experience due to pickup license size range small b, and passed the required NFCC. Flavi Civil Engineering Construction has a valid pickup license and pickup registration, passed the work experience due to pickup license size range small b, and passed the required NFCC. Again, Mr. Chair, Dandex needs to update the legal documents in the civil work application. And the three participating bidders are eligible for this contract.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Akirad. We will abstract first the financial component of contract ID number 24BC0029.
Mr. Chair, the financial proposals submitted by Ramay Construction and HHK Construction under contract ID 24BC0029 passed the preliminary evaluation.
Mr. Chair, also for the submitted financial proposal of Dandex Construction for contract ID 24BC0029, Dandex Construction passed the preliminary examination.
And to abstract, Convergence and Special Support Program, construction improvement of access roads leading to trades, industries, and economic zones. Kabatakan East Barangay Road to Junction Logat Lasam Gagabutan Road, connecting to Cacao Plantation and Processing, Kabatakan East Lasam Cagayan, with an approved budget for the contract of 20,580,000 pesos only, and a contract duration of 166 calendar days. First bidder, Ramay Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Sheila Marie R. Rivera Agtang on November 20, 2023. And Ramay Construction submitted a total bid amount of 19,932,294 pesos and 49 centavos. No discount offered, with contract duration of 166 calendar days.
Second bidder, HHK Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Adela S. Guillermo Soriano, dated November 20, 2023. And HHK Construction submitted a total bid amount of 20,171,556 pesos and 71 centavos. No discount offered and a contract duration of 166 calendar days.
For our third bidder, Dandex Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Maisel U. Donaire, dated November 14, 2023. And Dandex Construction submitted a total bid amount of 20,117,172 pesos and 71 centavos. No discount offered for a contract duration of 166 calendar days. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Culia and Engineer Garcia. So the lowest bidder for this project is Ramay Construction with a total bid amount of 19,932,294 pesos and 49 centavos. And it is subject for post-qualification of the technical working group. So we will now proceed to contract ID number 24BC0030.
Mr. Chair, for 24BC0030, here are the financial proposals from the three eligible bidders: Dandex Construction, Matalag Construction, and Flavi Civil Engineering Construction.
So for the financial component of Flavi Civil Engineering Construction and Dandex Construction, may I request Engineer Wilkin Garcia to evaluate their financial component. And for Matalag Construction, may I request Engineer Marjan Gulia to evaluate also their financial component. So while waiting for the result on the evaluation of their financial component of the three bidders, we will now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 24BC0033. May we know again from our backsec the result of electronic eligibility for the three prospective bidders for this project.
For 24BC0033, result of electronic eligibility screening in the civil work application, with the three participating bidders: Dandex Construction, NC Rodriguez Construction, and Flavi Civil Engineering Construction. As to legal aspects, again, based on the PhilJEP's registration certificate, Annex A, the three participating bidders have legal documents valid and updated. But for Dandex Construction, needs to update the BIR tax clearance certificate and PhilJEP's registration certificate in the registry of the civil work application. And for technical and financial aspects, on the category Roads Construction PCCP, with ABC of 11,760,000 pesos. Dandex Construction has a valid pickup license, however, needs to update in the registry of the civil work application, valid pickup registration, pass the required work experience with SLCC, and pass the required NFCC. NC Rodriguez Construction has a valid pickup license and pickup registration, passed the work experience due to small B, pickup license size range, and passed the required NFCC. Flavi Civil Engineering Construction has valid pickup license and pickup registration, passed the work experience due to small B, and passed the required NFCC. Mr. Chair, the three participating bidders are eligible for this contract.
Okay, we will abstract first the project with contract ID number 24BC 0030.
Mr. Chair, the financial proposal submitted by Matalag Construction passed the preliminary evaluation.
Mr. Chair, for the submitted financial proposal of Flabi Civil Engineering Construction passed the preliminary examination. The same also for the submitted financial proposal of Dandex Construction for contract ID 23BC 0030, Dandex Construction passed the preliminary examination.
And for the abstract of contract ID 24BC 0030, the contract name, Convergence and Spatial Support Program, construction improvement of access roads leading to trades, industries, and economic zones, Cagayan, Apayao Road to Barangay Liwan, connecting Barangay Anungo, Anorturo, Anorturo Road leading to Mango and Peanut Growers, Rizal, Cagayan, with an approved budget for the contract of 6,860,000 pesos only and a contract duration of 46 calendar days. The first bidder, Matalag Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration and notarized by Attorney Randolph Kissinger P. Bacoli, dated November 19, 2023. And Matalag Construction submitted a total bid amount of 6,699,069 pesos and 88 centavos. No discount offered, with a contract duration of 46 calendar days.
And Mr. Chair, for our second bidder, Flabi Civil Engineering Construction submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Mia Katrina U. Ogale, dated November 17, 2023. And Flabi Civil Engineering Construction submitted a total bid amount of 6,745,375 pesos and 36 centavos. No discount offered, for a contract duration of 46 calendar days. For our third bidder, Dandex Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Maisel U. Donaire, dated November 17, 2023. And Dandex Construction submitted a total bid amount of 6,724,230 pesos and 7 centavos. No discount offered, for a contract duration of 46 calendar days. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Can you repeat the bid amount?
The total bid amount of Dandex Construction is 6,724,230 pesos and 7 centavos.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Garcia and Engineer Gulya. So the lowest bidder for this project is Dandex Construction with a total bid amount of 6,724,230 pesos and 7 centavos. And it is subject for post-qualification of the technical working group. So we will proceed for the opening of financial component. Sorry. The lowest bidder pala is Matalag Construction. Yan ang kuwan. Matagal kasi. Kung wala ka dito, baka na-proclaim ko yung Dandex eh. Buti, nag-attend ka. So the lowest bidder is Matalag Construction with a total bid amount of 6,699,069 pesos and 88 centavos. And it's subject for post-qualification of the technical working group. Let's now proceed to the opening of financial component for contract ID number 24BC0033.
Mr. Chair, financial proposals from the three eligible bidders for contract ID number 24BC0033, Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, NC Rodriguez Construction, and Dandex Construction.
For the proposal, the financial proposal of Flavi Civil Engineering Construction and Dandex Construction, may I request Engineer Gulia to evaluate their proposal. And for NC Rodriguez Construction, may I request also Engineer Garcia to evaluate their financial component. So while waiting for the result of their financial component of the three prospective bidders, we will now proceed to the next project with contract ID number 24BC0042. May we know from our BACSEC the result of their electronic eligibility of these three prospective bidders.
Two.
Ay, only two? Yes, only two bidders pala. Sorry.
Okay, Mr. Chair, for 24BC0042, result of electronic eligibility screening with the civil work application of the DPWH with the two participating bidders, VS Lawangayan Hardware and Construction Supply and JK Builders. As to legal aspects, based on the registry of the CWA and based on the attached Annex A of the PhilJEP's registration certificate, the two participating bidders have valid and updated legal documents. And for technical and financial aspects on the category Roads Construction PCCP with an ABC of 14,700,000 pesos, VS Lawangayan Hardware and Construction Supply has a valid pickup license, valid pickup registration, passed the required work experience with SLCC, and passed the required NFCC. JK Builders has a valid pickup license and pickup registration, passed the required work experience with SLCC, and passed the required NFCC. With this, Mr. Chair, the two participating bidders are eligible for this contract.
Okay, let's abstract first the financial component of 24BC0033.
Mr. Chair, the financial proposals submitted by the two contractors, Flavi Civil Engineering Construction and Dandex Construction, passed the preliminary examination. The same, Mr. Chair, for the submitted financial proposal of NC Rodriguez Construction, passed the preliminary examination. And to abstract contract ID 24BC0033, the contract name is Convergence and Special Support Program, Construction Improvement of Access Roads Leading to Trades, Industries, and Economic Zones, Ganja Barangay Road leading to Junction, Ayaga, Abulug, Ballesteros, Apari Road, connecting to Aquatic Resources, Coconut Plantation, and Livestock at Alinunu, Abulug, Cagayan. The approved budget for the contract is 11,760,000 pesos only, with a contract duration of 75 calendar days. First bidder, Flavi Civil Engineering Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration
notarized by Attorney Adela S. Guillermo Soriano on November 16, 2023. And Flavi Civil Engineering Construction submitted a total bid amount of 11,638,192 pesos and 49 centavos. No discount offered, with a contract duration of 75 calendar days. The second bidder, Dandex Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Maisel U. Donaire, dated November 14, 2023. And Dandex Construction submitted a total bid amount of 11,594,086 pesos and 75 centavos. No discount offered, and a contract duration of 75 calendar days.
Mr. Chair, for our third bidder, NC Rodriguez Construction submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Adolf Kissinger P. Baculi, dated November 19, 2023. And NC Rodriguez Construction submitted a total bid amount of 11,524,633 pesos and 40 centavos. No discount offered, for a contract duration of 75 calendar days. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Gulia and Engineer Garcia. So the lowest bidder for this project is NC Rodriguez Construction with a total bid price of 11,524,633 pesos and 40 centavos. And it is subject for post-qualification of the technical working group. So we will now proceed on the opening of financial component of contract ID number 24BC0042.
Mr. Chair, financial proposal from the two eligible bidders for contract 24BC0042 from VS Laongayan Hardware and Construction Supply and from JK Builders.
For the financial component of DECA Builders, may I request Engineer Gulia to evaluate the financial component, and for BS Laongayan Hardware and Construction Supply, may I request Engineer Garcia also to evaluate their financial component. So while waiting for the result of the two prospective bidders, may we now proceed to the last but not the least project with contract ID number 24BC0011. So may we know from our backsec the result of electronic eligibility of the three interested bidder for this project.
Result of electronic eligibility screening in the civil work application for contract 24BC0011 with the three participating bidders, Dandex Construction, OCP Construction, and TJMT Construction. And as to legal aspects, based on the Annex A of the attached PhilJEPS registration certificate, the three participating bidders have valid and updated legal documents. However, for Dandex Construction, needs to update the BIR tax clearance certificate and PhilJEPS registration certificate in the registry of the civil work application. And for their technical and financial aspects, Mr. Chair, I would like to inform you that during the entry of the contract profile for this contract, there was an error in the input of the categories of work. So, the work experience for this contract, we will wait for the unlocking and reprocessing for this contract. But for the pickup license and pickup registration, the three participating bidders have valid pickup license and pickup registration, as well as they all passed the required NFCC. we will just wait for the unlocking and the processing for the result for their work experience. And for the meantime, we can open for their financial proposal, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Engineer Akira. We will now abstract the bid of the two prospective bidders for ID number 24BC0042.
Mr. Chair, the financial proposal of JK Builders under contract ID 24BC0042 passed the preliminary examination.
Mr. Chair, under contract 24BC0042, the submitted financial proposal of VS Laungayan Hardware and Construction Supply passed the preliminary examination.
Okay, proceed.
To abstract contract ID 24BC0042, the contract name, Convergence and Special Support Program, construction improvement of access roads leading to trades, industries, and economic zones, Santa Filomena, Langay, Barangay Road, leading to Junction, Ayaga, in support of agribusiness, Bangyan, and Santa Filomena, Abulug, Cagayan. The approved budget for the contract is 14,700,000 pesos only, with a contract duration of 81 calendar days. And the first bidder is JK Builders, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, notarized by Attorney Maizel U. Donaire, dated November 17, 2023. And JK Builders submitted a total bid amount of 14,630,260 pesos and 32 centavos. No discount offered, with a contract duration of 81 calendar days.
Mr. Chair, for our second bidder, VS Laungayan Hardware and Construction Supply, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, notarized by Attorney Aurea Belen P. Balya, dated November 18, 2023. Balya. And VS Laungayan Hardware and Construction Supply submitted a total bid amount of 14,597,189 pesos and 42 centavos. No discount offered, for a contract duration of 81 calendar days. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Garcia and Engineer Gulya. So the lowest bidder for this project is BS Laungayan Hardware and Construction Supply, with a total bid of 14,597,189 pesos and 42 centavos. And it is subject for post-qualification of the technical working group. So we will now opening the financial component of the last project with contract ID number 24BC0011.
Mr. Chair, financial proposals of the three participating bidders for the contract 24BC0011. Financial proposal from OCP Construction, from Dandex Construction, and from TJMT Construction.
For the financial proposal of OCP Construction and Dandex Construction, may I request Engineer Martian Gulya to evaluate their financial component. And TJMT Construction, may I request again Engineer Garcia to evaluate their financial component.
Mr. Chair, the financial proposals of OCP Construction and Dantex Construction passed the preliminary evaluation.
Mr. Chair, also for the submitted financial documents of TGMT Construction passed the preliminary examination.
And to abstract contract ID 24BC 0011, the contract name is Organizational Outcome 1, Ensure Safe and Reliable National Road System, Network Development Program, Construction of Bypass and Diversion Roads, Claveria Diversion Road, Claveria, Cagayan. The ABC is 60,312,500 pesos only, with a contract duration of 305 calendar days. First bidder, OCP Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Monica D. Canonisado, dated November 13, 2023. And OCP Construction submitted a total bid amount of 59,108,222 pesos and 25 centavos. No discount offered, with a contract duration of 305 calendar days. The second bidder, Dandex Construction, submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Maisel U. Donaire, dated November 14, 2023. And Dandex Construction submitted a total bid amount of 59,364,678 pesos and 52 centavos. No discount offered, with a contract duration of 305 calendar days.
Mr. Chair, for our third bidder, TGMT Construction submitted a bid security in the form of bid securing declaration notarized by Attorney Glenn Barasi Bungkad, dated November 20, 2023. And TGMT Construction submitted a total bid amount of 59,544,791 pesos and 35 centavos. No discount offered, for a contract duration of 305 calendar days. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Gulia and Engineer Garcia. So the lowest bidder for this project is OCP Construction with a total bid of 59,108,222 pesos and 25 centavos. So that ends our procurement activities this morning. So kaya ko tinapos ng tuloy-tuloy kasi we have a meeting at 1 o'clock at the old procurement room. So thank you for your presence again to the bidders and to my colleagues in the department. So are there any before we will disperse, are there any announcement from the BACSEC?
Mr. Chair, I would like to inform everybody with the schedule of our procurement activities for this week. Tomorrow, November 22, 2023, we will have an opening of bids for 5 2023 projects. Hindi siya. Mix. And on Thursday, November 23, private conference for the cluster 3 of the 2024 projects, 4 projects. And I would like also to take this opportunity to invite all the present bidders representative to come tomorrow, sir. 1:30 ba? 2 p.m. yung meeting of the contractors meeting.
This is scheduled contractors meeting tomorrow at 1:30 in the afternoon. I think we have sent invitation letter to you to attend the important meeting tomorrow. So I hope that everybody will attend our meeting tomorrow with contractors. Are there other matters to take up?
None, sir. Mr. Chair, being no more bids to open and no queries from our prospective bidders, I move that this opening of bids be adjourned.
DPWH